Okay, so that's a goodbye ceremony with the Disney. Look at that. Just imagine how much money Kia probably spent to get that displayed. Welcome to Cars in Korea. I introduce newly released Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia cars. And as you saw from the thumbnail, the car I have behind me today is Kia EV5. This is the Korean spec model finalized for this domestic market. So that being said, do not be mistaken, this is actually a different spec and model from probably the markets that's been getting the EV5 already. Australia, China, those specs and models actually do differ here and there, and I want to tell you all about it. And I can assure you that this is like the ultimate EV5 because it's got the latest techs the other markets did not get just yet. So let's go take a look at it one by one. As far as the front design is concerned, I think that's going to be the latest design language of Kia cars to come. So some of the markets getting it, such as Kia Carens and other latest cars here and there throughout the globe, this is the penetrating design language that we've been getting and we've been seeing. So the DRL and another DRL connected in the middle. Just so you know, the bonnet, the hood is actually popped open. It's not fully closed. When it's neatly closed, that's the bonnet we are talking about. It's sealed tight, of course. So let's go see what's underneath the hood. That is the 44.4 liters of frunk. It could accommodate the charging cable as well as maybe some car wash related items, easy accessible with the fluids here, and the battery right there, and the brake fluid. So it's important for the easy access with the repairs and maintenances. It does have a little bit of clamshell hood kind of vibe to it. It doesn't really get connected right to the car. It actually is sitting a little further away from the bonnet. And the flush type Kia emblem that we've been getting everywhere. And since we have the regular model and the GT line there together, as far as the EV5 GT line is concerned, it doesn't look all too different. However, it has that vertical straight line vibe that we've been getting here and there with all other EV series. So we have more of that triangular, the winglet, and the tip design. There is the different design with the wheels. There are 18s and 19s offered. There's only one 18-inch wheel design, which you get with the regular EV5 trim, which this one should be. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the 19, 235, 55, 19 being the loaded model. And this is also another 19-inch model, but this is GT line exclusive. The same size, I believe. Yes, 235, 55, 19. But this design you can only get with the GT line. Oh, okay, I'm a bit surprised that the cladding is also finished in high gloss. Doesn't matter which trim you get. Both of the regular and the GT line gets the piano high gloss finish. This little accent right here, do not be fooled, it's part of design, as you can see. Oh God, it's so good to have the car side by side. So you can see that indentation is actually part of design. So on the right is the charging port, just like the EV3 has been, but the difference is that the charging port actually opens and closes all automatically, as you can see. So the car is actually ready for that automated charging facility if that ever becomes public service. Of course, there is the DC combo type, slow and fast charging, and the lighting for the nighttime, which is really important. So you can do that. And the charger port located on the front, it means it's made of eGMP. However, it only supports up to 400 volts. However, the charging speed with the 400 volt architecture from the eGMP is also quite fast enough, to be honest. The car charges from 10 to 80% in 30 minutes. That's not slow by any means. If you actually drive and charge the car in real world, that is quite fast enough, I would say. And this actually is a good example of the car being and sitting right between the EV6 and EV3. However, if I were to choose, I would say that the car is more closer on the EV3 than EV6. Well, because number one is the platform. However, as far as the size is concerned, I definitely want to say it's closer to being an EV6 because it's smaller in size in terms of the exterior dimensions. However, thanks to the box design this EV5 has, there is more space inside. So that makes the car closer to being an EV6. So it's not completely a box. So it does have the SUV design and shape to it. So getting the practicality and design together, I think this is the perfect car for those looking for a bigger size than EV3, but smaller than EV9. So look at the trunk and tailgate as well. It opens up 90 degrees like that. Would have been nice if it did stretch out further. It could work as a shelter under rain, but you cannot ask for every single thing in every single car, right? The price wise, the affordability, the size wise, and also the tech it comes with. This car is a bargain, I would say. There are 8 different exterior colors with EV5: Stone White Pearl, Iceberg Green, Frost Blue, Dark Ocean Blue, Ivory Silver, Magma Red, Gravity Gray, and Fusion Black. Those are all gloss colors, and there is also Iceberg Matte Green, making it 9 colors total on the outside. As far as the interior is concerned, there is Nougat Brown, Smoky Black, Human Gray, and Black and White, which is exclusively for GT line. All right, let's get inside the car and check out and see what this EV5's got to offer. So first and foremost, you are not mistaken. Wow. Look at this. So they got the Disney theme for the first time ever from Hyundai Motor Group, and let alone Kia. So even the corners like these, they got the Disney Mickey Mouse, and wow. So all of you, the Disney fans out there, you can get this. It is for subscription, but one time only. They offer lifetime subscription so long as you own the vehicle. And more coming from Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic, and more to come. I think it's the first time ever that I actually talked about the display GUI first over anything from the interior. So I am inside Kia EV5. Once again, it is a Korea domestic model and spec, and the interior trims and designs, materials, fabric, if you will, are the things that I have been seeing here and there with the latest Kia EV cars, EV4 and EV3 for example. Heated and ventilated seat steering wheel right there, and there is also comfort stretch, the whole body massage, and it is only for the driver's seat. However, you get it, and that's all the difference you need. You can also go into the relaxation mode on the passenger seat as well. A push of a button right here. The second row seat folds down completely, making it fully flat from the trunk, and that's made possible because the seat also dives down as you fold the second row seat. I'll show you that momentarily up close, and make sure you make a good use of that seatbelt clip right there so it doesn't move around and make that rattling noise. The drive mode and the design we've been seeing from latest Kia EV cars, nothing out of the ordinary. ADAS related buttons on the left, phone related, media related on the right, and right there, the paddle shifters for you to control the regen brakes of the EV5. And I must need to go over that because EV5 gets iPedal 3.0. iPedal is essentially allowing you to drive the vehicle using the one pedal, the accelerator only. So lift your foot off the accelerator, the car will use the regen brake in order to slow the car down. And where conditions are met, it will put the car into a complete stop as well. However, EV5 also gets Smart Regen 3.0, and this was first introduced with EV3. That is, the car actually detects its surrounding using the onboard navigation and sensors and cameras inside the car to understand its environment, meaning you can drive the car with one foot only The same thing as iPedal that I just told you about. But the difference is that the car will put itself to a complete stop where needed and where necessary. So if the vehicle in front of you slows down and goes to a complete stop, EV5 will do so, and you can do all that by simply lifting your foot off the accelerator. And this is a day and night difference technology, something that everybody needs to check out. So the button in the middle allows you to go into that many drive modes, and I'm curious if there is a special menu in My Drive. So the My Drive, there is Eco, Normal, Sport, and you can also control the settings for your steering wheel. So if you want more spirited runs, you can do so. Customize it to your My Drive mode, like the name suggests. So all the UI, GUI, it's similar, except that is the Disney theme once again. Just gotta love that touch. The rest of the design inside the car is quite similar. The column type shifter, just rotate it to whichever direction you want to go. It's very self-explanatory. Comes with dual 12.3-inch monitors on the left and right, CCNC connected car navigation cockpit. So in the middle is the 5-inch display dedicated for the AC controls only. And some people did point out saying that it actually gets covered completely just like that when you drive the car. However, I want to say and tell you to put the car into full auto AC mode. Don't worry a thing about controlling the temperature. Just set it to the right temperature. The rest is all taken care of, all automatically. That is something that I would strongly recommend that you do. For that, I kind of want to say that it's a brilliant way of utilizing that dead space, if you will, because you don't really change that much as you drive the vehicle, as you operate the vehicle, so long as you leave the car at the auto AC mode. So I strongly encourage you to do that. In return, we get a lot of space, minimal space, and more neat design overall inside the cabin, thanks to the AC being integrated right into over there. I just noticed it, believe it or not. In the center is a brand new design, a design that we haven't seen from other EV series or cars for that matter. The buttons here are well hidden, so it does not provide a haptic feedback unlike the EV9 did, but it gets the job done, no problem. Would have appreciated it, but it's okay. It's not a deal breaker for me. Very self-explanatory. Air vents, AC vents, you can control it all here. And the hazard lights just like so. And the drop-down glove box armrest as well. And retractable has been my personal favorite forever, ever since I saw it on Hyundai Motor Group cars. And right there is the wireless charging station for your smartphones, all self-explanatory buttons, fingerprint recognition system, as well as auto hold, parking view cams, and downhill speed assist. And the parking view cam, of course, it comes with the full 360 view cams, just like so. The car does come with the built-in cam 2.0 that will record both audio inside out the car. But there is no DCM, digital center mirror, unlike other cars that's been getting. And there are USB-C charging cables in the middle. Press that to transfer your data and push that to charge your phone or C-types only, and push that for the 12-volt outlet. Accelerator, brake pedal. For up-close look and detailed shots of the interior and exterior, as well as the color, I have a whole new video coming up, so please refer to that. And that is the wide panoramic sunroof. You probably have felt it throughout, but Ghia EV5 does a great job with the NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness, canceling, keeping the outside noise away from the interior cabin. Amazing, just like so. And it's gonna get even better when you have the shades closed, because this also helps with the NVH as well. The automated seats right there, and that is for you to go into the relaxation mode with a push of a button. More storage in the center, so all this space we see is converted into the extra storage. And C-type charging ports on both of the seats, and I'll show you more about the second row seat. Let's go. Fold and dive seat that I told you about, flat surface connected from the trunk, is all made possible thanks to that design an idea. The car also does provide numerous inclination levels back and forth. However, the front of the seat, due to the nature being, will slide together forward and back. So do keep that in mind. Also, heated seats, as we can see. No blinds on the second row seat though, but nice little touch with the ambient lighting. The lever for the second row seat, so pull this up. It will fold up and down together, and you can of course slide the seat forward and back using the lever on the front. So let's take a look at the rear and the trunk of the car. Oh wow, so that whole portion actually opens up as a part of the trunk. Usually is not much of the cover that would open up together, but probably for the design, that's what Ghia has done and come up with, I believe. And even with the trunk lid open, there is good tail light, so it's safety for you and for others. This is the Ghia Ed gear, where you can include the accessories on the trunk. You can get really creative. I will give you and show you the list of Ghia Ed gears you can get and include. So there's one up here, extra storage over there, and that is for the screen luggage and cover. There is more slots for the Ghia Ed gear at the bottom, and you can fold the second row seat with the lever, pull it out like that, and you can get very creative with the items here. So you see, you can connect to your trunk covers and luggages, and the car being fully electric, of course, there is the V2L on the trunk, and right here is extra hidden storage and compartments, and you can dive this guy down and get more storage that way. So that is the extra depth we get, and convert that into that whole surface. That actually gets converted into a lot of extra storage. And it's very easy. You saw it. I just did it all with my one single hand. You can do it also using this lever right here, just like so. And when you do, we get a completely flat surface, level and flat with the surface. It has the 60-40 proportions, alike 40-20-40. So that is the seat, and you can pull it back up like so. You see, the seat is actually diving down, right? The seat moves up and down like that. So this is what I mean. You can tilt the seat forward and back like so. You can also see the seat sliding forward and back. But level of inclination and declination I get on this EV5 is just amazing. So I have this wide panoramic sunroof to myself from the second row seat, and this is what I've been meaning to show you. There's also a table you can use. Oh, I didn't even need to worry about my legs actually. So it folds and unfolds like that. Another clever way of utilizing the space for even for the second row seat. And I think I might even jump into the second row seat to work inside my car instead of just being crammed and squeezed for inside the driver's seat, because there's a steering wheel and there's not much of a space for me to play around in terms of that center console. It's a brilliant way, creative way of Ghia coming up with such tech. This also works as a handle. You can hang your coats and purses if you want. There's also the extra rubber finish, nice touch. A little more pouch underneath, and last but not least, look at that. There is the sliding table and extra storage. Oh, look at that. That actually fits stuff inside over here too. So you can get very creative. Oh, wow. A clever way of utilizing the space, isn't it? So you're storing stuff, but there's extra cover on top, and the whole thing slides together. And at the same time, that is also an extra slot for your smartphone, just like that. And AC vents in the middle, and you can also get different controls for the driver, the passenger, and the second row seats even. So make a good use of this fully automated AC to the best. So it is the ambient lighting, as I did mention. It hugs around the car like so. It's a little hard to see from the car, but it starts from there, connected, and stretches all the way to that point right there. Disconnected right there, but it's connected again here and carried over to this side as well. The car also does come with HUD head-up display. It also shows the Android Auto as well as Apple CarPlay on the HUD even. And the sound and alert chimes on this EV5 has been upgraded and changed to a different sounds with the EV5. Oh, Okay, so that's the goodbye ceremony with the Disney. Look at that. Just imagine how much money Kia probably spent to get that displayed. And the interior, different interior colors, because this being the GT line, it has the fancy interior just like so. And there are some important numbers I need to go over, of course. The car comes with 81.4 kilowatt hours of battery. That allows the car to travel over 460 kilometers. And that's based on the Korean measurement, which is known to be much more harsh than WLTP standards. That being said, you will get much further, longer driving distance with the WLTP. And the Korean spec model actually gets NCM batteries over LFP, unlike the overseas market models that we have been seeing and getting. As far as the spec is concerned, the car comes with 160 kilowatts and 295 newton meters of torque, translated to 214 horsepower, which gives the car about 8.4 seconds to 0 to 62 miles per hour. Putting that all together, is this Kia EV5 something you've been looking for? A car that will close the gap between the EV3 and EV6? Drop in the comment below and let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cars in Korea, your #1 source of Hyundai, Genesis, Kia cars. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.